teams with a tremendous amount of talent. This should be a close competitive matchup tonight. And we've got a Final Four quality officiating crew to oversee it. Roger Ayers, Ron Groover, and Tim Clougherty as we are underway on a Monday night in Raleigh. NC State with a number next to their name for the first time in a couple of seasons. And they finished that Final Four season in 2024 with a ranking, but haven't been ranked in the regular season in a few years. McNeil from the corner, that rims in and out, no good. Scramble for the ball, and we are expecting a lot of physicality. Two teams that want to up that tempo, not shy to get physical, Randolph.
Well, you saw that possession there. The key to this game is going to be three-point shots, who's making them, who's not, but more importantly, who controls the glass. Right now, NC State gets an extra possession.
Quadir Copeland, the inbounder. He followed Wade from McNeese. He's fit right in right here in Raleigh. Going down low, Van Allen Lubin can't open the scoring. Take a look at the VCU starting lineup. Darrion Tracy, the leading scorer for the Rams.
Transfer from Oregon, shooting over 40% from three. Again, a really good shot maker. Like to go to him early in the game, and let's see if they can get him going. Try to pull off the upset here.
This is the freshman Nick Lewis. And now Tracy lines up a three. Can't connect. Offensive rebound flying in was Barry Evans, and he'll get two at the line as he was fouled on the putback attempt.
We talked about the key to this game, and we'll be watching all night long, is the glass. NC State got an extra possession their first time down. Rams do as well. They got a chance to put points on the board with their offensive rebound.
Now, we just mentioned how Copeland followed his head coach, Will Wade, to NC State. Well, Barry Evans, the foul shooter, he followed Phil Martelli Jr. from Bryant, where they won the America East Conference a year ago. Like a lot of college basketball, both of these teams, no returning starters from last year's team.
That's a common theme, I think, throughout college basketball right now.
It's more common than rare. You take a look at the Wolfpack starting five as Williams triggers a three and buries it.
Shoots 64%. Just walks into his first ones and knocks it down.
He has shown why he was the ACC preseason player of the year, coming in from a Texas Tech team that made the Elite Eight a year ago. Barry Evans misfires. And both of these teams not shy. They are going to let it fly. They want the tempo to be as fast as possible. The first to 80 feels like the winner tonight as Williams back-to-back buckets for him.
He's just a nightmare matchup. You put a small defender on him, he'll have that Barkley-style mid-post game, back you down, shoot over you like he did there. You put a bigger guy on you, he'll shoot it from 30. And right now he's up 5-0.
Djokovic trying to post up inside. And he's the 6'11" Serbian, Lazar Djokovic. And he's got some size advantage against this Wolfpack front court tonight.
Jay, he's a matchup nightmare. I don't think a lot of people in college basketball don't know about him yet. And he's finally healthy, but his skill set is a nightmare with smaller guards. NC State likes to switch. He'll take advantage of it inside like that. And he's capable of stretching the defense and shooting threes.
Now, Will Wade knows how dangerous this VCU team is. He obviously coached for the Rams a decade ago from 2015 to 2017. He told us today, I never should have left. This is a program that really doesn't matter who the head coach is. They just keep winning. And they are one of 5 programs with a winning season in the last 25 years consecutively. Incredible.
It's one of those mid-major jobs, though, that most of us consider a high major. You know, it's hard for these guys to get games because they're always good. In Richmond, Virginia, recruiting bed, get talent.
Van Allen Lubin showing off the range.
When an NC State scores, you know the pressure's coming. Both teams want to score a field goal so they can set their full court pressure.
Djokovic into traffic, loses the handle. Evans wins the jump ball, kicks it out. A three on the way, Tracy, got it! Darrion Tracy answers.
Evans is putting his imprint all over the game. 2 offensive rebounds here early.
Williams got it again. Nothing but the bottom of the net. And Ron Groover has issued a technical foul after the Williams three.
Darrion Williams knocks down the three, and he lets you know about it.
Williams with 8 of the Pack's 11 early.
He steps in at one. You've got to get to him and close out early. Talks trash to a little trash, and Ron Groover's trying to get this game under control here early. Both these teams are physical. They want to play a tough physical game, and just trying to lay the foundation of how they want this game to be played tonight. Just leave it on the court.
Bizarrely reminiscent of the last game NC State played 4 minutes into it, where Trey Holloman was ejected against UNC Greensboro. Look, Will Wade's got these guys playing with a swagger to start the season, and the officiating takes issue with it. The VCU with Tracy knocks 2 down at the foul line. 1 possession game, Rams ball.
Will Wade is probably the one coach in college basketball that's not upset when any of his players get a technical foul. He just wants them to continue to respond.
Nick Lewis fights through the double team. Kick to the corner. Jennings, that rims out. Offensive rebound. Count it. Plus the foul. Lazar Djokovic, a chance to tie it at the free throw line.
And this is a big key. We talked about rebounds being a key because there's so much rotation and help. Big guy like Lazar gets in there, Djokovic gets in there, and his guard's trying to box him out. Gets the rebound, a chance to go to the line for an and one. And this is the concern if you're an NC State fan. With all your rotation and you're running and jumping, VCU can really hurt them on the offensive glass, and they've done so here early.
We told you 2 teams that want to put up a lot of points, keep the tempo fast. 22 points, 11 apiece through the first 3 minutes of this game.
And they get to set their pressure and extend their pressure full court.
NC State averaging more than 100 points a game through 3. Their starters, the 5 on the floor right now, those 5 alone are averaging 75 points per game. So this is a group that has been confident offensively to start the season. And I asked you at shoot-around, well, if you're VCU, how do you slow the Wolfpack down? And you said, I don't think they want to. They want to go just as fast.
They won't. Coach Martelli's been one of the more efficient offensive teams in the country in their pace of play. Top 5 in the last 2 years, so they're not going to slow down. This game could very well have both teams in the 80s and 90s.
NC State goes to the bench. Matt Abel, the phenomenal freshman who's come in for Quadir Copeland. I just told you the 75 points per game the starters provide, while Abel has been terrific off the bench. Offensive rebounding has been a strength for VCU early with Djokovic. He's tied up. Possession arrow goes to the Pack.
And when Van Allen Lubin in that center, NC State switches a lot. If you're Djokovic and these frontline guys for VCU, you got to crash the glass. Djokovic's done a really good job here early. He and Barry Evans getting their hands on basketballs.
Well, Van Allen Lubin, usually not the guy to take the ball up the court, and he turns it over. Tracy into the lane. Rejected at the rim. Van Allen Lubin atones for the turnover with a stuff. Up ahead, Williams right to the rim for 2. He's got 10 of NC State's 13.
You got to get back and set your defense.
Lewis, step back 3. Can't connect. Another offensive rebound. The Rams cash in. One-handed slam. Barry Evans. Will Wade thought it was a goaltend. Evans with the one-handed hammer.
NC State doing a really good job of making shots, but the Rams are really hurting them on the offensive glass.
6 second chance points for VCU early in this game. The fireworks have started. We've got a technical foul. 2 teams that want to push the pace, and they're doing just that. Player of the year, he's got 10 of State's 13 early.
He has not missed a shot. 2 for 2 from behind the three-point line, and you've got to find him, and somehow you got to be able to touch him on the catch. Make him put the ball on the deck.
Holloman for 3. Hits it! Trey Holloman fires the Pack back in front.
NC State already with their 4th three-pointer here, and the team they're shooting 44% from out of 3, and Will Wade told us he thought they'd come back to earth at some point, but they hadn't so far this half.
He said, look, we're going to regress to the mean. He's a numbers guy, but so far so good. Wolfpack have made 6 of their last 7 shots. Holloman looking for another. Missed it this time. Offensive rebound. The extra pass finds the freshman. Abel cashes in. Back-to-back threes. NC State up 6. Suffocating pressure. Transition 3. Off the mark again.
That number's changing, but the way they're shooting it right now, it may go up.
Good pursuit of the basketball, but ahead of steam that Nick Lewis could not control. It'll stay NC State ball.
It's a great job there on the offensive glass, and just catch you on rotation and just come at you in volumes and waves. And right now, you've got to, VCU, you can't panic. You've got to settle down here. They look a little sped up. They want to play faster, but NC State's playing fast, but they're getting shots within the rhythm of their offense. I think VCU is kind of forcing shots, and they've just been able to hurt NC State on the offensive glass.
Inside to Williams. He can beat you anywhere on the floor.
Matchup nightmare. Takes your big guys, faces them up, puts them on the perimeter. When you switch a guard on him, he takes you inside. We saw a second basket where he just shot right over the smaller guard, and you saw there baseline out of bounds play for him to post up on the smaller guard.
I don't think Darrion Williams could be making a better first impression here in Raleigh. How good has he been since trading the Texas Tech uniform for an NC State one?
He was the prize of the NIL, the portal. And that's what I think jump-started everything here at NC State and Will Wade. When he signed, I mean, look at his numbers there. All the way through the NCAA tournament, averaging over 21 a game, and he's doing so this year.
He has carried that postseason confidence, the Elite 8 run, with him to Raleigh.
He has every right to believe he's a first-team All-American, an ACC candidate worthy, and he's gotten them off to a great start against a very talented, tough VCU Ram squad.
1 minute ago, this game was tied at 13. Since then, the Pack on a 7-0 run. VCU trying to weather the storm.
Yeah, let's see what their offense looks like now when he's not out there. VCU can't turn it over, and the Rams go a little bit of zone here, trying to slow the game down. I think they're doing it so they can match up and get a body on a body.
Evans connects on a triple. Much needed make for VCU.
They get to construct, you know, after field goal as well, they like to pressure the basketball. They'll switch up full court man.
Scoop to the hoop, right down the lane, Quadir Copeland.
His game has evolved so much from just a defensive guy when he was at Syracuse a few years back. He goes to McNeese with Will Wade, and he comes back now. He's their quintessential point guard, their glue guy.
Bell spinning into a double team, finds Evans. He's in trouble in the corner. Passes out of it. Shot clock down to 5. Djokovic has to hurry. And that's a travel.
Great defense by NC State. You're the Rams there after that baseline drive, and to help, you got to reverse the basketball. You can't leave it on one side of the floor. You got to get to the second or third side against NC State. They want to guard the yard, but they're really coming over to help.
And the scorers table has VCU at 15. We're pretty sure it was a 3. They'll take a look at the break to confirm.
So the officials will come back and take a look at that.
That's a 3.
That's definitely a 3.
This is giving me shades of Randolph Childress at Cameron Indoor your junior season.
No Duke fans don't want to hear about that.
Copeland again, everything but the finish. VCU's got a 5-on-4. Copeland trailing. Evans right to the rim, missed it.
Barry's doing a great job of driving, but you got to drive the pass.
Matt Abel. Just a freshman. He's buried 2 triples. The highest ranked freshman since Dennis Smith Jr. for NC State. And the Pack keep rolling. What a start to this game. What a start to this season. NC State on a 12-2 run, as it's shown on the scorers table. Again, not to keep harping on it, but should be 25-16. The officials will take a look at the under 12 media timeout. This was just a coach-called timeout.
I think the difference in the game right now is NC State's driving and they're spreading the ball out to their three-point shooters. Right now, VCU is driving and trying to finish in traffic. And when they're unable to get the basket, NC State's catching them in cross matchups and taking advantage of it.
Ahmad Noel, the transfer from UConn into the game, number 4 in black, has it here. Michael Bell, pull-up pop. Doesn't fall. Battle for the board. Stays VCU basketball underneath their own hoop.
Darrion, in that last play, made the right pass, trying to pass it back to Bell, but he was cutting. Got to stay disciplined in their spacing for VCU right now. You're not making shots. The tendency is to get closer to the rim. Want to get an open shot, stay spaced, leave the paint open.
VCU just 4 of 16 from the floor, 1 of 8 from 3. And NC State defense has been suffocating from the start. And just tough to get the ball in right now for VCU. That's how aggressive NC State has been playing defensively, and it's been excellent on the offensive end as well.
NC State now back to their man-to-man. They played zone a couple of possessions. Now they're back to man-to-man. But they're going to switch a lot of ball screens and dribble handoff actions. So somebody for VCU is going to have to make a play.
Shot clock down to 3. VCU has to heave it. They do. Front rim. Good possession again by NC State defensively. Copeland in transition, right to the rim for 2. Ron Groover says no basket, a foul before Copeland went up with it.
I think they're going to get Saunier on the seal. On the post up there, great move there by Copeland. But the foul is there and the push in the back. Great game here, fast off for NC State.
Your former team on a Monday night, he knows how good this VCU program has been. One of 5 D1 programs with 25 straight winning seasons.
The change in defense again here in a 1-3-1, really aggressive. Forces a jump ball there.
And the Pack have made life difficult for a very talented VCU team that was picked to win the A-10 preseason. How do the Rams get their offense going? They have struggled in this game, just 4 of 17 from the floor.
But the guards are really young, but right now they're spending too much time on the perimeter trying to guess what defense NC State's in, whether they're in man. Now that possession they was in 1-3-1, now they go sideline out of bounds. Now they're in man. They've got to get the ball in the paint, but when they drive it, they got to look to pass it to an open three-point shooter like that.
Deep 3 from Tracy, nothing but the bottom of the net.
And he's the guy you want to find. Dribble, drive, and pass. Tracy, as we talked about, shooting over 40% from behind the three-point line. You've got to find him.
And Tracy's got 2 threes. They did upgrade that like we thought they would during the under 12 media timeout. A 2-possession game, 6-point lead for State. Abel on the drive, he's fouled.
VCU really focuses on just guarding the ball. They don't want to help if they don't have to help. But right now they're having a difficult time controlling the dribble penetration from the Wolfpack.
It was funny, Matt Abel was joined by the veteran Darrion Williams at their first press conference after the opening night win, and Abel was joking around, having so much fun up there, and Williams says to him, hey, you got to act like you've been here before. And he goes, hey, that was my first college game. I'm a freshman. I haven't been here before. He's been so good off the bench for State. Tomorrow night, our men's basketball doubleheader right here on ACC Network, right down the road. Navy at North Carolina, and then Monmouth taking on Syracuse. Another, you want to talk about highly touted freshmen like Matt Abel. You got to check out Kyan Anthony, son of Carmelo, leading the Orange right now.
Let's not forget about Caleb Wilson
That's true.
UNC Tar Heels. He's been as good as any freshman in the country.
I was going to say, he might be the most impressive freshman in the country so far this season. There's a lot of good ones. Our ESPN National Director of Recruiting, Paul Biancardi, says this is the best freshman class in multiple decades. They have lived up to it earlier this season.
They have, and he's exactly right.
Double dribble because of the pressure from another freshman, Musa Sanye. This NC State defense has been absolutely dialed in from tip-off.
The guards have been really passive on the perimeter here. Instead of exploiting that matchup with Sanye, turn your back, the pressure heats you up and creates a turnover.
And everyone's going to talk about the Wolfpack offense. That's what's going to happen when you average 106 points per game to start this season. But the defense has been equally impressive.
Both teams' offense, their best offense is their defense. And right now, NC State's doing a better job on the defensive end of the floor, and it's generating offensive and open opportunities, particularly behind the three-point line.
Shot clock down to 5. Abel keeps it up. Forced that one. VCU turns it over again. The Rams still struggling to find their offensive rhythm.
I'm surprised more teams don't do that. When you run in dribble handoffs, guys avoid the screen. He has to stop. You're running a typical dribble handoff. He has to stop.
Two fouls on Bell, so he takes a seat. Trey Holloman back into the game. Williams lost the handle.
Now put pressure on the rim here in transition.
Instead, a 3 from the corner. It's good. Terrence Hill Jr. drains it, and it's a 5-point game.
Flat out scorer there. He's another one of the Rams' 40% three-point shooters, 47 to be exact, and you've got to locate him and take away those corner threes. When you get stops and turnovers, the Rams like to push as well. Outlet pass there to Barry, and Hill spotting up in the corner. And Will Wade's not happy about that because that was the top of the scouting report there, was Hill and those corner threes.
These teams are very similar in how they approach a basketball game.
Absolutely, the way they want to play. Defensively, they want to get after you, extend their pressure. Both want to guard the basketball. The Rams want to do more isolation. They want you to guard your yard and not try to help as much, where NC State will come help, and they'll have no problem double teaming the basketball. They want to put you under a tremendous amount of pressure.
Beal, great pass. No finish, though, from Van Allen Lubin. Hill Jr. misses it this time.
That's not a really good shot there. That's a settle. Best shots come from behind the three-point line after there's some type of penetration. And this is the advantage that State has.
Fade away. Got it! Darrion Williams continues to deliver.
Because there's no answer for him. They can just give him the basketball anywhere on the floor, and he create a mismatch.
Quick 3 in transition goes begging. VCU starting to force it a little bit. McNeil misfires. He's still scoreless on the night for NC State. The sophomore, the lone holdover from last year's team, averaging 20 points per game, but been very quiet in this first half.
He'll get his touches and his shots. He doesn't have to worry about that. These are just different shots that VCU's taking. They're not good shots. And you're going to put you on your heels because you're going to be in defensive transition and unable to set your defense.
And this game has been played at an electric pace, but VCU has forced their last 3 threes. They've all been misfires. And now NC State turns it over. Quadir Copeland not happy about it.
He's trying to tell the big guy, you got to disengage. I led you to the basket. As a guard, those are the turnovers you don't like. You're trying to throw it in the post. Just leads the big man a little too far, trying to take advantage of the mismatch.
15 of VCU's 22 shots have been from 3 as they turn it over again. The freshman Nick Lewis travels. The NC State pressure has turned VCU over 4 times. The Pack a 7-point lead under 8. Special, and all 5 of those coaches are now head coaches at the D1 level.
It's unbelievable, the coaching tree coming from this university.
Right now getting the better against his former team. Copeland called for an offensive foul. He hooked Nick Lewis there, turned it over. And one thing the Rams are good at doing is they're beating their former head coaches once they leave. 19-11 when they take on a former head coach, going back to 2008.
That's an amazing stat, but not surprising. VCU is always one of the best jobs in college basketball, and a lot of these guys are moving on to high major jobs that are complete rebuilds when they take over and come back home and schedule the game against the Rams, and they're just reload.
Jennings pull up pop, the floater doesn't fall.
Great job driving, but you got to drive to pass.
Handoff finds Williams. 15 to work with. Pull up 3. No good. VCU in a scoring drought that's nearing 3 minutes. McNeil got a piece of the ball there.
That's another opportunity there. Again, Barry's doing a great job of attacking, but again, he's got to attack the pass, not the score.
You mentioned the pedigree to come through VCU. Ryan Odom now at Virginia in the ACC. Mike Rhodes, Will Wade, Shaka Smart, and Anthony Grant. And against those 5 coaches, they're 19-11.
And you got to go back there. I mean, Jeff Capel's at Pitt now. I mean, so many guys. Ray Harper at Jacksonville State. I mean, just
second chance opportunities for VCU. That's been where they've been most effective tonight. And finally, they cash in underneath. The points have been at a premium for VCU, but they've got 8 second chance points and 8 offensive rebounds.
NC State is really help conscious, and the big wings of VCU and Djokovic can really crash the offensive glass and hurt that rotation when the shot goes up.
Holloman, an immediate answer, knocks it down.
Picking on Djokovic in the ball screen. You know he doesn't want to switch. He's in drop coverage and everyone else is switching, so they're just attacking him in the ball screens. These guards and their size are getting to their spots.
Evans a 3, no good. VCU getting good looks, just can't finish. Williams rejected by the rim. He went up for it but couldn't slam it home, and it's VCU ball.
I think the drive-by defense there made him readjust. He saw the defender, Lewis, fly overboard. I think he took his eyes off and let the rim block it. He's got a hand to that.
And Tyrell Ward was flying in late, and it just put Williams off enough.
I think he may have had a piece of that.
VCU shooting just 25% in this first half, but they're hanging around. 7-point game. Hill lines up a triple. Got it!
Great find there by Lewis. And again, Hill's a lights-out shooter. You've got to find him and put a body on him. I mean, contest his shots.
Holloman back-to-back makes, sticks it.
He's got to feel you.
Djokovic a 3. Can't connect. Almost another offensive rebound for the Rams. That would have been their 9th. Holloman feeling it on a heat check, misfires. It'll stay NC State basketball.
Here, Hill gets lost. Holloman helps out. No one helps the helper. NC State pays for it. Hill knocks down his second 3. And then Holloman here comes in, ins and out. Djokovic on that ball screen and gets to his spots. Pull-up game, Mitty is money.
Well, the Michigan State transfer, he was also in the Elite Eight a year ago for the Spartans, joining Williams, who was there for Texas Tech. And NC State has brought in a ton of guys who have been around winning. That has led to some immediate success to start this season. Foul called on the layup attempt. McNeil not happy about it.
Great defensive possession there, and again, you get stops you can run. And this is the pace VCU wants to play. They're not making shots, but they're hanging around.
Wednesday night women's basketball doubleheader right here on ACC Network. It tips off right down the road at Reynolds Coliseum. Coastal taking on the Wolfpack, and then Morehead State is in Louisville. Check out two ranked teams on the women's side Wednesday night on ACC Network. Tyrell Ward 1 of 2 from the line, 5-point game, 4:20 remaining in this first half.
Tyrell Ward's another one of these high major transfers. Out of DeMatha High School, attended LSU. Sat out a year, and now he's preseason second team All-A-10 guy with the Rams. Expect him as he settles in to be more and more comfortable within his system.
Well, what's amazing about him is he actually stepped away from basketball for the 2020-24, 2025 season. 500 days between college basketball games, his last game for LSU and his first game for VCU. He's been terrific for the Rams. This is a program that is picked to win the A-10 preseason. They have tons of talent with a first-year head coach, very similar to NC State under a first-year head coach, and a lot of talent assembled on this roster.
They got to be happy right now. This team is taking some quick shots. I think the pressure of NC State has sped these guys up a little bit, but they're right here in this game.
Only down 5, a chance to make it 2. That rims out from Ward. McNeil still scoreless tonight, hunting the shot, passes off to Abel. McNeil lets it fly. Off the mark.
They're closing the distance on McNeil early. They know he wants to shoot behind the three-point line.
That's a Adrian Tracy going too quick. NC State up 5, 3:15 left in this first half. It's been a good one so far.
High volume of threes right now, but 21 of their 31 field goals are threes. They need to spend more time in the paint trying to get to the free throw line. And NC State is just efficient on both ends right now, inside of the paint and outside, and just got to find a way to get a body on the body and contest shots.
You mentioned the free throw line. That's how VCU's closed the gap. 7 made free throws in this first half to NC State's 3. Williams backing down. He is so dangerous, and he's got 15 in the first half.
But a concerning part about that is Barry Evans at 6'8", his wingspan, he's the guy you want. But his size and length to match up against Williams, and he just backs him down and elevates over him anyway.
Evans passes out of the double team, finds Ward, goes up strong for 2.
That's it. That's the recipe for the Rams. You drive it baseline, you get the Phoenix slot cut. NC State's gonna help. Someone's gonna be there. It's a really good offensive possession there.
Williams calling his own number again, and that's why ACC preseason player of the year for a reason. He's got 17 of the Pack's 37.
Anytime you can put the basketball in his hands, it's just a good decision.
Quick shot in transition by Ward. That is what has plagued VCU tonight, Randolph. Those quick threes early in the shot clock. Williams on a heat check, misses it.
And Jay, both teams will do that. That's really part of that. We're talking about NC State doing it. They're just making more threes right now. But VCU wants to play the same way. If they can get threes early in transition, they're fine taking those. Their issue is settling.
Deep 3, and it's drilled. Terrence Hill Jr. He just buried his 3rd triple, and it's a 4-point game.
He can shoot it from the parking lot. You've got to get out and find him. You can't go under a screen. When you switch, you got to switch up. got to be close enough to touch him.
He made that one for Chapel Hill. Tough take inside. Holloman will get 2 at the line. This is a Randolph Childress 3.
I wish. I wish. I mean, here the DHO, when he's just behind and Holloman's going to switch, no way he's going to shoot it from there. Hill has other things in mind. He is on a heater right now.
Hill is a sophomore who was here as a freshman at VCU and stayed through a coaching change. That is something you very rarely see in today's college basketball.
But you get a system and play for a coach like that you want to play for, because they're going to have a high volume of guys. You know he's going to play 10, 11 guys. You're going to get your opportunities and shots, and I think everybody's happy he stayed.
Well, certainly that man, Phil Martelli Jr., first-year head coach for VCU after winning the America East Conference with Bryant. And both of these coaches tonight in their first season coming off NCAA tournament runs. They're both using the Pat Kelsey Louisville model, I'll say, which is load up a ton of talent in year 1 and win right away.
Hey, the schemes are great, but when you got the Jimmys and Joes, it can flip quick. I think both guys hit in the portal. They have what they're looking for. They know what they're looking for. Them and their staff identified the talent. They did a great job finding these guys, putting their team together.
Shot clock down to 8. Ward passes it out. Finds the freshman, Nick Lewis, a deep 3 from him. No good. McNeil passes up the 3. Good ball movement. Rattles in and out, no good. And VCU could hold for the final shot of what has been an electric first half.
That possession there, I think NC State shows the difference in these two teams right now. Really unselfish play, not forcing a 3, where I think VCU has forced a couple of those 3s. Here they're going to hold for the last shot.
They got 7 seconds to work with. Evans drives baseline, scoop to the hoop for 2 to finish this first half. It's a 4-point game.
Pressure in this starting lineup on Barry Evans and Nick Lewis.
NC State will start with the basketball and a 4-point lead.
See Darrion Williams trying to make up with the officials for the early tech that he received.
Got the technical 4 minutes into this one, but it didn't slow him down. 17 points in that first half. And he's all smiles as we get some water mopped off the court from the halftime show. And we are all set to start this second half. Randolph Childress, Jay Alter with you. Buckle up. This should be an exciting second half, 4-point game. NC State ranked today for the first time this season under a new head coach, Will Wade, who of course spent many years over on the VCU sideline as both an assistant coach, part of that Final Four Cinderella run, and a head coach for 2 seasons. He's told us, I should have never left. And then he paused and said, we won't get into that. He said he was in a hurry and he doesn't know why. But
he said I was a young head coach and he had so much success early. And
he's in the right place now, though, at the helm of NC State. McNeil, scoreless in the first half. This is their offensive rebound, finds Van Allen Lubin in attack mode, spins to the rim for 2.
That's essentially what Van Allen Lubin is. He's a post driver. Turns face, drives you, uses his body well, needs angles to finish at the rim like he did just there.
So you're talking about the VCU offensive rebounds. Now it's the Wolfpack that cash in on the offensive glass. Lob finds Djokovic, passes out. This is Nick Lewis, highly touted freshman, pulls the trigger and hits. Nick Lewis, a big-time 3, cuts the lead in half.
That time there was a switch again. Took his time, dribbled into a rhythm 3. And he's fearless. Nick Lewis is tough as they come. High major recruited freshman guard, ends up here at VCU, committed to
Yeah, you're right. The Rams don't get a ton of SC Next top 100 players. And Lewis, number 57 on the list, originally committed to Xavier, like you said, Randolph. Sean Miller goes to Texas, and boom, VCU swoops in.
Has family in Richmond. Grandma lives in Richmond, and
that matters.
Yeah, it matters. Gets to go home, get some home-cooked meals.
Absolutely.
Wouldn't sign up for that.
Then Alan Lubin at the line. Djokovic, his first foul of the night. Then Alan Lubin epitomizes the modern-day college basketball player. Fourth school in 4 years, Notre Dame, Vandy, UNC, and now NC State.
And they've come to him early here. Back-to-back possessions to start the second half.
Here's Brandon Jennings. He was quiet in the first half. No points to show for it. Posting up Djokovic. In attack mode, draws the foul. Now, you mentioned it a couple of times in the first half, Randolph. Lazar Djokovic, the junior from Serbia, a matchup nightmare.
He is. He's a difficult matchup. He's capable of knocking down threes. That time done a really good job of punishing switches, which he has. There's no shot blockers on the floor. He's the one guy that the length and the athleticism of the NC State lineup down should not bother him.
And they've got a lot of scorers for VCU, so they don't need him to necessarily be the #1 scorer for the Rams, but he's capable of it. Averaged 15 points per game for Serbia at the FIBA World Cup.
He's a 6'11" guy, averaging 10 and 5, but he's shooting 55% from the field and 40 from 3.
Williams barreling down the lane. It rims out, but he'll get 2 at the line. We mentioned it early. Both of these teams, not only do they want to play in a fast tempo, but they want to play very physically.
Yes.
And the officials are starting to call some more fouls in the second half.
You got to get back. You can't make the mistake and lunge for outlet passes. You leave your guards hung out to dry. Backcourt's just too small for Williams. He's going to get in there and play bully ball.
And Williams called for that early technical foul. I think is both officiating, or all 3 officials tonight wanted to set the tone for what could have been a game that got out of hand.
But you know you got both teams that want to play an identical style.
Right.
Pace, physicality. Just wanted to send a message.
And Williams is shaking it off to the tune of 19 points to lead the way.
It didn't slow him down. It didn't bother him at all.
NC State a 7-point lead. 2 minutes gone in this second half. VCU still very much within striking distance. At the baseline, Jennings. Perfect position for the follow. Lazar Djokovic cleans up the spill.
And again, he had the mismatch with the early switch. And as a big guy, you don't have to get frustrated. He tried the high-low. It wasn't there. Shot went up. And that's what you want to see if you're a big man.
Copeland high off the window and in for 2.
It's a problem with his size when he drives the basketball.
Evans stepped on the line, and that's a turnover.
Copeland just gets downhill in traffic and forced the issue a little bit there, but he's again out here early, 1 hour before everyone else at shoot around.
NC State fast down the floor again. This time Williams misfires. Both of these teams, it's a track meet, and Brandon Jennings beat everybody down.
Jay, you can turn the shot clock off. We will not have a shot clock violation here tonight.
All right, in this second half, it's just whoever's got the ball's going right to the rim. That was Jennings' first basket of the night.
This was a pickup football game back in the day. Everybody just go deep. We're just throwing bombs.
Turnover. VCU has numbers. It's a 3-on-1. Lewis. No good. Evans is there. And he cleans up the spill. One possession game.
And this is what they wanted for NC State to do as well. Get them in the half court and keep a bigger body on Williams. They feel comfortable with everyone else. If they can help it, they want to keep Barry Evans on him but use his length.
Then Allen Lubin open for three. Missed it.
You're the Rams, you can live with that shot. He's the one guy you're willing to allow to shoot threes.
Tracy, good ball. Hammering it home. The Serbian sensation, Lazar Djokovic. It's a one-point game. NC State led by as many as 9. That lead is shrunk down to 1. Holloman for three. Got it! Big-time response.
Got corner screen there. Holloman is not known as being a really good three-point shooter. He's gotten to a hot start here early part of the season, and can't lose him here early.
Lewis the answer on the other end. This is elite shot making.
Jay, I'm tired of watching the guys shoot, let alone. Look at the pace of this game.
Williams. Finally a miss. Then Allen Lubin tried to track it down, swiped away. These two teams trading punches, and it's a one-point game.
VCU struggled from behind the three-point line early in the half, but Big Lewis knocks down a corner three there. We got a one-point game here in Raleigh. They've seemed to settle down on the offensive end of the floor.
Djokovic has been a mismatch for NC State tonight. The Wolfpack clinging to a one-point lead 5 minutes into the second half. Abel hesitates, then goes up and hits him.
Abel's another one of the freshmen. Throw him in a pile. We talked about just talented group. Amazing freshman class. And he may not get the numbers everyone else gets, but he has the game.
He's got 10 points tonight. VCU, they've got a one-track mind right now, and it is number 17. Feed Lazar Djokovic in this second half.
Because of his versatility, he's switching everything and making a conscious effort here to give him the basketball and take advantage of it, and he's delivering.
And Quadir Copeland commits the foul. That's his third. Stays in the game. Here's Nick Lewis. Finds Jennings. Back to Lewis. A deep three for the tie. Left it short.
Empty possession, but still a really good possession there. A couple times they're attacking the paint. They're not forcing shots like they did in the first half. A lot of in and out.
Copeland, tough take, and he's fouled. Copeland's got good size and good physicality. 6'6", 220, not afraid to use it.
It's a big part of their offense. When they're struggling from behind the three-point line and they get in the half court, his size and his ability to play bully ball and post up smaller guards, it's a big emphasis in his NC State offense when things slow down.
Copeland back in the ACC, started his career at Syracuse. Actually, his career high came against NC State playing for the Orange. 25 points back in February 2024, and then hooked up with Will Wade at McNeese and followed him back to the ACC, and he has fit right in.
They hated him in Raleigh early.
He gets his own miss, and Williams through contact.
These are just winning plays. On the free throw line, he gets inside early, wins. Barry misses on a block out. And you've got to have a body on Williams at all times, especially on the free throw line. And he's putting the Wolfpack on his back here.
Ten-second chance points for NC State. The three-point play from Williams. He's up to 22. And the Pack back up by 7 after VCU had cut it to 1. Shot clock down to 10. Jennings double teamed, passes out of it. 5 seconds to shoot. Pull up three. No good. Offensive rebound. Couple of chances at it. And Jennings will head to the line to shoot 2.
VCU commits so many guys to the offensive glass, and they're in this game, and they're hurting NC State. They're catching them in their rotations, and they are coming in hard, crashing the glass. You've got Saunier out, your big man, defending the three-point shot, so it's upon their guards and their wings to get on the glass. They're not going anywhere. This is just a high-level game that's played at a pace that not many teams can play at.
Well, Quadir Copeland has to come out of this game. He just picked up his 4th foul. So aggressive. We saw it pay off with him getting his own miss after the free throw and it leading to a Darrion Williams and one. But on the other end, commits his 4th foul. So the Wolfpack will go to the bench. Allen Breed in place of Copeland. Those two both came over from McNeese.
And where it hurts NC State is they don't have his size to post up as an option here in the half court.
Breed, floater, doesn't drop. Kick to the corner, a 3, it's good! Tyrell Ward, and it's a 2-point game.
Another drive there, getting in the paint, spraying it out to the corner for 3.
Quick back the other way like it's been all night, and Holloman is fouled.
This is something that the Rams didn't do in the first half. This was a pull-up mid-range jump shot. Now they're driving. We talked about NC State help side. Great find, great corner 3 by Ward. The Rams are here for full 40 minutes. Just like that, Holloman comes back on the other end and gets to the free throw line. Can't celebrate too much.
Makes the first. Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern. Start your college football Saturday live from Atlanta. The Huddle crew will be there to preview Pitt at Georgia Tech and an entire slate. A busy Saturday in the ACC. Georgia Tech with a win. They clinch a spot in the ACC championship game. So lots of drama down in Atlanta.
Picked the Yellow Jackets with the potential to play in the ACC championship game. Who saw that coming?
Hey, if you can run the football like they can, anything is possible.
Wow.
Brent Key, the head coach for the Yellow Jackets. He'd appreciate a Will Wade coach team. Physical.
Yeah. Likes to create turnovers.
Absolutely. Defensive pressure. The Wolfpack a 4-point lead. VCU, they have hung around. Their lone lead came when it was 1-0. NC State's been in control, but they have failed to separate.
Like to see them attack the matchup with Saunier on the perimeter.
Shot clock down to 3. And a travel. Hill Jr. got tangled up. Like you said, Randolph, good defense by Saunier.
You got the matchup with Saunier on your 3-point line. You're turning your back against the pressure. You got to drive him. Force rotation. You can tell by the way they've started the second half. That was a big emphasis coming out of the Rams locker room is drive the pass.
Holloman buries it from 3. Trey Holloman's got 17. A rejection at the rim. Saunier says no. A rejection on the other end. Christian Furman. Block party on the last couple of possessions. A 3. It's good. Jadrian Tracy drills it, and it's a 4-point game. Every time NC State starts to separate. VCU has had an answer tonight.
Yeah, they struggled early in the first half from three-point line. I think some of that was just shot selection. Now they're driving in the lane, they're kicking it out to open three-point shooters, and they're taking those shots. And I think Tracy is, every time they needed a basket from behind the three-point line, he stepped up to knock down a shot. See what the Wolfpack here have drawn up out of the timeout.
Will stay NC State ball. 10 seconds on the shot clock underneath their own hoop. As we head to break again. VCU right back in it. Will Wade facing his former team. 4-point lead. Percentage. Well, what is it? It's the number of field goals made plus half of your three-pointers made divided by field goal attempts. 10 seconds for NC State to work with it. They turn it over. And VCU cashes in to make it a 2-point game.
You absolutely crushed that, by the way. I was a little worried, but.
Well, I'm not good with math. I leave that to my wife, who's a math teacher. But to finish it up, NC State, they're shooting 67% on effective field goal percentage. A good one is 50 to 54%. Elite is considered 55%. So they are one of the best in the country in that percentage. But they are 57% tonight. Stole it away. Looking to add to this 2-point lead. Holloman misses it. Followed up and cashed in the freshman Musa Sanye. His first basket of the night, and it's a 4-point lead for the Pack.
Last possession there, Djokovic got surprised with the double team in rotation. They hadn't doubled him all night.
Shot clock down to 5. Tracy in trouble. Finds Barry Evans for 3, and he drills it. Big time 3 for Barry Evans, and it's a 1-point game.
He's come in tonight's game shooting 20% from the three-point line. That is not his strength, but he has stepped up and knocked down a couple of big threes here.
VCU has made their last 3 shots. They shot at 30% from the floor in that first half. They're shooting at 66% in the second. Ward draws the foul, and he'll have a chance to take the lead from the foul line.
Great defensive possession there. Fans doesn't like the call.
McNeil got all ball.
And that was a really good block there by McNeil.
The fans at the Lenovo Center are right to moan. And sometimes you could say, well, he got him with the body. That was all ball.
Officials have done a really good job here tonight in a tough physical game. We'll let him slide on that one.
Tie game at 63. Here it is one more time.
I think it was clean the second time.
Now, VCU's only lead tonight was at 1-0. Since then, NC State has been in control of this game. The Wolfpack led by as many as 9.
Oh my God!
But that lead is now evaporated. Although the freshman Matt Abel a chance to get it back here from the free throw line. You know, as I was going on and on about effective field goal percentage and Will Wade places so much value on it, I could feel the fans being like, it's a tie game. You can have as great an effective field goal percentage as you want, but VCU, they are not going away.
Well, I'm happy you got it out and you said it correctly, because you were struggling with it when you were talking to me about it earlier.
Explained to me 17 times by Will Wade. Eventually he said it's like slugging percentage in baseball. Then it clicked for me. Tomorrow night, also a doubleheader right here on the ACC network. Navy at North Carolina. You can check out the freshman phenom Caleb Wilson, and then Monmouth at Syracuse at 9. You get a doubleheader Monday night, doubleheader Tuesday night. Basketball season in full swing here on ACC Network.
And the Orange is another team I don't think many people are talking about in the ACC that I think that come March that they will have their dancing shoes if they can stay healthy.
VCU goes inside to Tracy. He's got it, plus the foul. A chance to fire VCU in front from the foul line.
They've been trying to post up Djokovic inside. That time they picked on a freshman, Matt Abel, inside. You see the flash in by Tracy and gets the angle and gives the pump fake. It's a great job of getting it low and having patience.
Tracy misses it. VCU has had 2 opportunities from the foul line to take their first lead since it was 1-0, and they've missed them both. So it stays tied. Williams has a game-high 22, and he draws the foul. The fouls are really starting to pile up in this second half. That's the 7th foul against VCU, so NC State will be shooting the rest of the way.
I think Barry is the only guy that can guard a man-to-man in half court. The other defenders are either too small or too big. You want Djokovic off on the big guys to rebound, but Darrion Williams is just too big for any of the other wings and guards, except for Barry Evans.
Yeah, with the player like Williams who can beat you on the perimeter
Yes.
and inside, how would you attack that matchup?
Well, you don't want to switch because you can see they're going right. They're trying to attack the switch early. In the last 2 possessions, even when they had the turnover before, he's trying to force a switch. If I'm VCU, I'd tell Barry Evans to fight through the pick. He's your responsibility for the remainder 9 minutes and 4 seconds of this game. Everyone else is just too small. And VCU, I mean, NC State, aside from Trey Holloman, is kind of struggling to find that other guy to get him going.
If this game turns into a free throw shooting contest, that favors NC State. They are 17 of 19 from the line tonight. VCU just 10 of 16.
It's the Achilles heel of their team. They're only shooting 67% from the foul line this year. And that's the one thing that they've got to improve on if they want to punch their ticket in the A-10. The only flaw that you can see from VCU ranch.
Preseason A-10 favorites. They are testing a ranked NC State team on the road. That rattled in and out for 3. Was halfway down but did not drop. And a foul called will send NC State right back to the foul line for a 1-and-1.
You can take that shot all day long. You can see the emphasis in the second half. Continue to attack the basket, drive the pass. Open look by Hill that's knocked down a couple of threes. He's not a guy you want to leave open.
And it's Williams right back to the line. We just saw him make 2. He has 6 of 7 from the free throw line tonight. Game high 24 points. He's coming off a career high 32. Might just beat it tonight.
He's on his way.
Lane violation on the freshman Moussa Sanye, and because it was a 1-and-1, that's a turnover. So instead of getting to shoot the front end of a 1-and-1 on a lane violation, it becomes VCU basketball.
You can see there, he and Hill of jockeying for position. NC State goes to the 1-3-1 here. You want to attack that, look to the corner for threes, or look for a lob.
Skip pass, finds Ward. No good. Great rebound by Paul McNeil, but he gives it right back. Jennings poked it free.
Jennings with a great steal, showing you why he's in the A-10 all-defensive team.
Phil Martelli Jr.'s team is battling against a ranked NC State team on the road. Under 8 minutes left to this second half. This has been a fun matchup since tip-off. Stolen away, 2-on-1. Trey Holloman flies to the rim for 2.
Attacking the 1-3-1. You go side to side. You got to flatten it out at some point. You got to throw it to one of the corners and flatten it out.
Deep three. Way too much on it. Up ahead. Williams tracks it down, gathers, and scores. He's got 26. Timeout, VCU. NC State on a 6-0 run.
Plenty of time left, no need to panic. Quickly identify, after the pressure, what defense NC State's in, and just move the basketball and get any shot you want.
Pull up, Bob Jennings sticks it. Big time make out of the timeout. Ends a 2-minute scoring drought for VCU in a game where it has been non-stop scoring, it feels like.
Just a lot of shot making, the hard playing guys right now.
Quadir Copeland into the game, playing with 4 fouls. Williams, good feed, the finish, then Allen Lubin.
You forget what all his scoring and his rebounding. He's averaging over 4 assists a game.
Djokovic answers. Lazar Djokovic continues to deliver in this second half.
I expect him to touch the basketball a lot more in these next 6 minutes.
Hard screen by Van Allen Lubin, and Copeland is fouled at the rim. Nick Lewis, the freshman, just ran right into Van Allen Lubin. And
I know the coaching staff, VCU Rams don't like the foul, the call, but I think teams should do this a lot more, Jay. They pressure on the basketball, come up, set a ball screen, and that's on his teammates to communicate that ball screen's coming. That's not on the official.
Lewis, the highly touted true freshman.
Jay, I can tell you that hurts. I got 3 shoulder surgeries from running into screens like that.
Who was the toughest screen you ever ran into? What, the guy that you still remember?
I would say Clemson front line and in practice. I had my own guys, and Rodney and those younger guys. And, back during my time of playing, you could cut through the league. The restriction of movement was not a part of the 90s ACC basketball. You got hit and chuck running through the lane, and I got a lot of strawberries on my hip and things of that nature. 3 shoulder surgeries to pay for it, and running into screens like that, you get to a lot of argument with your big guys about calling out those screens. It forces communication.
This game has been very physical throughout. VCU looking for the big fella. Djokovic in a double team.
No answer.
Righty hook. Back-to-back baskets for Lazar Djokovic, and it's a 1-possession game.
Jay, there's no answer for him on the floor. When he sets that ball screen, they switch. If they look for that high-low action, he either gets the mismatch or he gets it on the glass.
Then Allen Lubin finds the freshman, a streaking Moussa Sanye, who draws a foul, and NC State in the double bonus the rest of the way, shooting 2. And on that possession, VCU just denying Williams the basketball. 26 points tonight for the ACC preseason player of the year. Instead, they find Sanye. Someone's going to have to step up down the stretch if VCU's going to face guard Williams.
Let's see if Sanye can make the free throws here. Good looking shot, but hadn't made any this year.
Yeah, he was brought in more as a rim protector.
Yeah.
Good defensive player.
A lot of times when the ball is in his hand in late games, you expect it to be a lob or a point-blank finish at the rim. That time he did a really good job of slipping and cutting, unable to convert the basket.
Missed them both. But tapped out to Copeland, and NC State resets, leading by 3.
Darrion Williams on another offensive rebound off the free throw line.
Backing down, double team comes. Williams passes out of it. Sanye for 3. That's not his shot, and it's way off the mark. The ball will stay with the Wolfpack, though. Djokovic pleading his case that it should be VCU ball.
They're trying to wait and see, and they're asking the coach to challenge it.
New rule in college basketball this season. The coaches do have that one challenge.
Looked like VCU couldn't pull it up fast enough to check and see. Didn't want to waste a challenge. And this is what Copeland presents as a 6'6" guard.
Turns it over. Tracy read it the whole way. Darrion Tracy in attack mode. Kick to the corner. A three. No good. Saunier rips down the rebound.
I think Saunier's got away with a push there.
That creates a 5-on-4. Williams down the lane. Contact and a foul.
It's a heady play by Williams. They had numbers. With Tracy falling down on the other end, and Williams puts his head down, initiates the contact, and forces the official to blow the whistle.
And it's the 4th foul against Brandon Jennings. Williams been very effective from the foul line tonight, 6 of 7. And the ACC preseason player of the year makes it a 2-possession game.
He's knocked down every shot you can imagine. And again, they're starting to look for him as we get into the guts of this game. Wouldn't be surprised if he touches it nearly every time down the floor.
The way he's playing, he should. And for VCU, their answer has been Lazar Djokovic, 17 in black. Nick Lewis trapped. He has to burn VCU's final timeout. They only had one remaining, and Nick Lewis, the freshman, just used it.
He's got to learn, Jay. He crosses half court. They're going to trap.
So we step aside. NC State, a 5-point lead. A fun finish coming in Raleigh. VCU ball down 5. They are out of timeouts, which means they also lose the ability to use the coach's challenge and need a timeout to initiate it. There's a lot of time left for VCU to be playing with no timeouts.
You're going to learn a lot about your team in moments like this with no timeouts.
Shot clock down to 4. NC State, the defense delivers again. Moussa Saunier. Stolen away.
Look for Djokovic inside on the switches. Or corner 3.
Evans trying to back down Holloman, and a foul called. Felt like a big moment down the stretch of this game. NC State creates the turnover, and then they give it right back to VCU. They fail to capitalize in transition, which they've been so good at tonight. 16 fast break points for Will Wade's team, and he knows that was a missed opportunity because instead of adding to this 5-point lead, VCU gets the ball back. And Barry Evans at the line.
Yeah, he has an opportunity to make this a 1-possession game. And NC State chances to pull away and just unable to do so.
Evans has 14 tonight to lead all VCU players. Came over with his head coach, Phil Martelli Jr. from Bryant. And they are testing a ranked Wolfpack team on the road tonight.
He's been really aggressive here tonight, and his impact for this team is usually on the in transition. He's been a main cog in their half-court offense. He has the assignment of usually guarding Williams, and let's see if they try to keep that bigger body on him.
NC State clinging to a 3-point lead. There's Williams, the go-to guy all night. Rejected. Evans says no. Williams regathers in attack mode. Stolen away. Tracy has it. Evans. Lewis for the tie. No good. Battle for the board. Loose ball. And NC State gets the timeout. Darrion Williams. Heads up play. Loose ball. He got possession, and he takes time out for NC State. They still have 2 remaining. A 3-point lead. Wolfpack basketball will step aside for 30 seconds. This was the last possession for VCU. Got a good look to tie this game, potentially, and the freshman Nick Lewis missed it.
See the guys there. You got to get on the ground there. And Williams gets on the floor early and calls timeout. I thought a big play was the previous possession. NC State tried to run something for Williams, and Barry Evans, with his length, holds his ground, blocks his shot, creates the turnover. I think early in the game they've switched and allowed him to get smaller bodies on him. Because Barry Evans now, you got to fight through screens. You cannot switch if you don't have to.
1 possession game. Buckle up for what should be an exciting final 3 minutes here in Raleigh. And that's a travel. NC State in empty possession again down the stretch here.
Because now they're not switching. You can tell Coach Martelli has challenged his guys. Get through screens. We're not switching. NC State tried to get a disrupt screen, force a smaller defender on Williams. Great mental toughness there by the Rams.
Ward can't connect. Another good look to tie this game, and VCU misses again.
Doing a really good job on the offensive end. Didn't make the shot, but again, they're flattening out that 1-3-1 and getting open looks.
Copeland playing with 4 fouls. Finds Van Allen Lubin. Goes up strong, missed it. Perfect position to follow his own miss. 5-point lead for the Pack.
It's a really strong move and finish. Lewis has got to get across the half-court line. He's picking his dribble up too close to half-court.
Tracy a 3, it's good. Jadrian Tracy buries another. He's got 16.
Jay, every 3 he's hit has been exactly when the Rams have needed it. When NC State's been on a run or a critical part of this game.
2-point game, under 2 minutes to play. Copeland in attack mode, down the lane, misses the layup, and a foul called. Djokovic, trying to close that possession, reached in and got a piece of Copeland.
It's a great job moving the basketball there. Evans hits the gap, kicks it to Tracy, and again, lights out. It's a really good play there by Copeland.
Makes the first. A chance to make it a 2-possession game if he can knock down another. Missed it. It stays a 1-possession game. VCU basketball trailing by 3. Final 90 seconds of regulation in Raleigh.
Trying to screen it. Djokovic is trying to force a matchup, force a switch. And he wants to roll inside.
Djokovic calling for the ball. It's with the freshman Nick Lewis. Double team comes in. He turns it over. Copeland up ahead. Van Allen Lubin swiped away. Lewis steals it back. Transition 3. No good. Copeland rips down the rebound. NC State ball clinging to a 3-point lead. VCU's not going to foul. They're going to play this out with it being a 1-possession game.
They're going to put Copeland in the ball screen here. Pick your matchup. I think it's got to be Djokovic. If not, they're going to switch it.
Shot clock down to 8. Copeland spins his way free. Rejected. Tyrell Ward delivers. VCU out of timeouts. Here we go. A three. Can't connect. And the foul comes in. Jadrian Tracy, who's been clutch all night, misses an attempt from three that would have tied the game. And now NC State can make it a two-possession game from the free throw line with 18 seconds left.
Tracy has hit so many big shots when they needed it, but that moment they did not need a three. It's a one-possession game. You didn't need a three now. If you had driven it, got it to the free throw line, or hit a two.
Do you like this shot?
I don't. I just think it's too quick. You almost decide the game because now there's no pressure on these free throws here by Holloman. If he makes one, makes it a two-possession game. Got stringing the game along in that situation, put pressure on the defense. If that three had come off with dribble penetration, I would have been okay with it.
Well, Tracy had hit 4 threes before that miss, and they've all come in big spots.
Absolutely.
So that's who you want shooting it, but not in that spot.
Yeah, you want him on the other side, maybe someone else initiating the offense, but he's had a hot hand. He's hit big shots all night. Just think he'd like to have that moment back. Shot was a little quick, down three with that much time. He didn't need to take a quick shot.
Holloman hits them both. 5-point lead for NC State. VCU out of timeouts.
Same thing now. You don't have to settle for a three. Put pressure on his defense.
They get a good look. Barry Evans drills it. 2-point game. NC State has 2 timeouts. They inbound the ball to Holloman, who's immediately fouled. Big three by Barry Evans to keep VCU alive in this game.
Yeah, you need help here, and he knocks down a three to cut it to 2. Great job there. Tracy on the catch. He's the guy you were worried about. And Barry Evans has knocked down a couple of threes here tonight, and that's just not been his strength coming into the night, but he has shot the 3-ball well.
Holloman a perfect 6 for 6 from the foul line. You see a deep breath there. The weight of this game on his shoulders. Big time make. If he hits another, Will Wade's team will go up 4, which means it's a 2-possession game.
You're the Rams, you got to anticipate a miss. You got to box out.
The VCU used their final timeout with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left. That has proven costly because they have been without a timeout down the stretch of this game.
You don't have to have a three here, but you've got to retain the possession.
Heads up play, and NC State is going to hang on. Quadir Copeland read it perfectly. And it's the hustle plays that have won this game for NC State.
Say the last 2 minutes of this game has been Quadir Copeland finishing at the rim, drawing fouls, and on the defensive end getting rebounds, and here creates the steal. All but ices this game for the Wolfpack. He's just a glue guy. He wears so many hats for this Wolfpack group. Plays point guard when he needs to. Double-digit scorer, defender. Loved as a teammate, hated when you play against him is what the best way to describe him.
Yeah, Will Wade was joking with us that, you know, when he recruited him to McNeese, you know, the game film that popped was against NC State when he had a career-high 25 points, and he's talking smack to the fans here, and he said, look, they're going to have to embrace him because he's one of us now.
He is, and they have. Can you not cheer for a guy that plays as hard as he plays?
Holloman, ice in his veins down the stretch. A perfect 9 for 9 from the free throw line. He's got 24 points total.
Holloman is enjoying the offensive freedom he has in the Wolfpack that he didn't have at Michigan State.
10 for 10 from the line. 6-point lead for NC State. Deep three from VCU, no good. And NC State holds on. The Will Wade era continues a strong start. Ranked in the AP top 25, and with Darrion Williams, the ACC preseason player of the year, the Raleigh faithful, they're starting to dream again.
Yeah, they have a lot to be excited about. The future's bright.